What's up, guys? Welcome back to the SOL YouTube channel. You join me in Los Angeles, out of breath because this is take around 6 or 7. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the SOL YouTube channel. And behind me, but that is Parker's house from Vehicle Virgin. He has kindly let me stay for the duration of my trip. Behind me is his house. In front of me is a new delivery in the form of a BMW M6 Cabriolet in Riviera Blue with black details. It's a pretty awesome spec. Now, my go-to place every time that I come to Los Angeles to hire cars is, of course, Turo. Turo, basically Airbnb for vehicles, privately owned cars that are relatively affordable. This is only $148 for 24 hours. It's better than an extended test drive. I can drive this as and when I feel like it. Seeing as it's still the weekend here in Los Angeles, I thought what better way to give this a first runabout than take it over to Beverly Hills, try and hunt down some supercars, maybe head over to Malibu, depending on how bad the traffic is, and try and understand this car, because in the UK they go for around £30,000, a ridiculous bargain considering how much they start at if you were to fully load all of the optional extras on this car. They start at around £85,000-90,000 and can go in excess of £110,000. One of the fastest depreciating cars in the UK, and a car that I have never driven. So today, and for the next 24 hours, this is going to be my car that gets me around Los Angeles. Not a bad way to start this trip. I think let's start this beast up, pick up Kevin, because he's currently sat at his apartment waiting for me to do this intro, which has taken me about 20 minutes because I'm on take 6 or 7. And then myself and Kevin are going to experience the M6. I've heard that it's fairly comfortable, not very fuel efficient, a bit like a land yacht. But I think we're going to drop the top, try and find some supercars, and just enjoy this unbelievable weather that we have here in California. Right then, BMW M6 Cabriolet. Did a little bit of research onto this car as I was hiring it because I've never driven one of these and they are quite of interest to me. £30,000 for a £100,000 car when new. The Cabriolet actually starts at £98,000. So if you were to tick one optional extra, it's probably going to tick into the 6 figures. But now, 2-3 years on, they're around £30,000 to £40,000, an absolute bargain. You've got the classic BMW interior, we've got carbon fibre, we've got everything that we need, abundance of space. The passenger is going to have a lot of space. There's not much legroom back here. I think I checked, yeah, around that. Not very good for the rear seats, which, when you think about how long and how big this car is, it's around the same size as Parker's house. But the 4.4 litre V8 twin turbo engine does propel this car with 552 brake horsepower, 0 to 60 in around 4.3 seconds. Having said that, when you're actually going to get the power down on one of these things, being an M car, is probably quite rare. I haven't driven it that long, but even turning onto the freeway here, I started to spin up and the traction light came on. This car has done 77,000 miles, and you can see that in the steering wheel, you can see that in the wear of the seat, and the leather is a little bit worn. But having said that, everything else about the car does feel quite tight. But I just love the look of the M6 actually. It's got a lot of road presence being the size that it is, and I've always thought that the M6 is one of the better sounding M cars. Right guys, we are in Beverly Hills. Kevin has joined for the fun. What do you think of the M6?
This M6.
Let's start with the M6 in general.
Oh, okay. Well, I think M6 in general is it's a badass car. It's like it's in that same category as the CLS 63 as we were talking about. It's like the same price range for the used car market. I think it's a badass car. Especially now for the price. Brand new, I mean,
brand new is a total waste of money. What's going on? It's like,
you gotta get over.
It's a fire engine.
Wait, which way?
It's coming behind.
Yeah, you gotta get over.
Look at this. It's quite daunting, that sound, isn't it? It's huge.
What'd you do?
That's about. That's like a bit like M6 Grand Coupe size, right?
That's a little smaller. That's a little smaller.
Well, the cars have showed up in force. Here we go. M2 Competition. First things are, we've got a sort of revised front bumper. The front grille is way more aggressive. It's splitting opinions, actually. I'm not too sure whether people are preferring the original M2 grille or whether they're liking the new M2 Competition grille. Behind, we have got this 750 brake horsepower straight piped S7, and apparently the owner is going to be tuning it to 1200 brake horsepower. This car is running stock wheels. They are beautiful. The competition wheels on the M2 are so nice. I can't remember what the silver is called on this, which is really embarrassing because my friend has ordered it in this color, but this has been lowered. It's on K&W springs, and it's also got spacers, and I have to say, makes a huge difference. It's got a really, really nice stance to it. And then this S7, it is ridiculous. We've got a whole crew over there, whole crew of car guys, and I think we're just going to go for a drive. I'm going to take the M6. Kevin's going to jump in with me so that we can film these cars. But I have to say, this color is a really, really beautiful specification on the M2. It's just a shame that we've parked with all of this shade where the sun is. It's so sunny here, and there's so much going on in Beverly Hills over there. There's a cop that's pulled over a car, so we probably should take it easy. But how different does that look, the M2 versus that 2 Series?
Dude, these cars are so crackly. It does take off though.
Yeah. Yeah, the M2 looks stiff.
Yeah.
It looks really stiff.
Looks good.
Jesus, this is a loud convoy.
I know.
Look at that M2. It's flying. I have to say that pleasantly surprised with how this has performed as being just a cruiser, like driving around Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
I mean, even just taking the freeway to pick you up.
Yeah, it's a cruiser, but then like, I mean, it handles decent because it's still an M car.
Yeah.
And
And given that this has done 77,000 miles,
it's not bad.
it's not bad.
Yeah. So the comparison is with a used M6 or a new M2 comp, right?
Yeah, what would you go for?
Do we have other options or no? Those are only 2 right now.
Okay, out of these 3 cars, you've got a straight piped S7, which does the cruiser stuff, but it's obviously crazy loud and has got a lot of power, but I didn't actually see the power in that. Like, I was short shifting. I was just using the torque. Visually, the M2 Comp is by far the best looking, but I wouldn't lower it. If I had one, I wouldn't lower it. I'd be too scared that I'd ruin the ride quality. What you get here is it's comfy.
Yeah.
But in that, I feel like even just bumping over some of those roads there, like the back seat passengers were literally smashing their head against the roof. Do you know what I find hilarious? is for the same price as that M2 Competition.
Yeah.
You could buy one of these.
Yep.
And a manual R8 V8, first gen.
Can you?
Yeah. For 65 grand, you could have a 2-car garage with an M6 and an R8.
Wait, how much is R8?
30, 35?
I don't think I've seen a 50.
No?
I think the lowest I've seen is like 60s here.
Okay.
So it might be a little bit more. I don't know.
So at that point, I'll take
at that point, I would take those 2 cars to any day over there.
Yeah.
We end the video where we started it. Riviera Blue BMW M6 parked up. What you missed yesterday was around 6 p.m. I just hit jet lag and I came back here and I fell asleep. But this morning it's 8 o'clock, Parker's still asleep, it's cars and coffee, so I'm up bright and early to take this car there. I'm going to be meeting up with a supercar owner who is letting me drive his car, so I'm going to be swapping the BMW M6, it's going back to its owner, and I'm going to be swapping that for a Lamborghini. But ladies and gentlemen, that video is coming soon. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you for the next video on my American adventures. Goodbye. Oh, that didn't work. Bye bye.